all that. Well, okay, they need a BDC manager. So this is where it gets the cost. Since we're talking about cost, this is where the rubber meets the road. Dealer, I just spoke with a dealer in Wisconsin, great dealer. And they're like, "Man, I really believe in the concept of BDC, but I've been trying them for so many years, and we get them running, and then they fall apart, blah blah blah." And I feel his pain because, like, I see and hear that all over the place. So it is a good concept, but getting it to work within your dealership is difficult. It's most difficult if you have a single point store and you want a BDC,
Why is that?
because through tons and tons of research, like I spent a lot of time with the CFO at the last big dealer group I worked at, trying to break down the cost of centralizing the BDC versus having dealers do it in-house. And so we came to the conclusion that you need 4 people in a dealership regardless of how big or small you are. So we'll talk about the financial aspect of what it costs to run a BDC. So let's say you sell 100 cars per month in a dealership, just for round numbers. I mean, a good job. Well, first of all, his other comment to me, the CFO, was, if you can get your cost of sale under $200 per sale, then you're doing a good job and it's worth the money. So you're selling 100 cars a month. Let's say the BDC makes up 40% of that, which is a good number. It's a decent number. That means you're doing a pretty good job with your BDC, and you got 4 people. 40 sales times $200 is what? $8,000. How do you pay 4 people $8,000?
That's a
It's hard,
yeah.
So that's why the idea behind the central BDC and the big groups climb onto that is because it is more cost effective than having each dealership run it independently. We come in typically around 2/3 of what it costs them to do it internally, which comes in under that $8,000 usually, much under. So it's very cost effective to use us. But if you're a group, it would be cost effective for you to do it as a centralized deal, so the dealers can share in on the costs, and you don't have to have 4 for each dealership. You might have something like 10 for 8 dealerships, or 12 for 10 dealerships or something like that, depending on the size. Obviously it varies too, because like a big dealership can support a BDC financially.